Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you, as always, for tuning in to my 2841st edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, you know that this is a risky game, right? If you don't know that, you should know. Never trade these markets without putting in your protective stops and put them in first before you begin trading. All right, so what's happening for trading on December 18th, 2024? First, it's Fed Day. Jerome Powell's going to make a decision. Cousin Jerome Powell, he might very well kickstart the Santa Claus rally tomorrow after the Fed meeting. Why? There's not much time left. It's already the 18th of December, right? If you're going to kickstart it, it's got to go. But rest assured, come the Santa Claus rally or not, I promise you a reckoning in these markets will have to occur. It has to. Now, we can have our Santa rally and all that good stuff can happen, but I promise you if it doesn't happen this month, it's coming next year, but there will be a reckoning because of this divergence taking place in our markets. I will show you some charts about that and explain that to you in detail. What else do we have? All right, so Fed Day, no trading on Fed Day. Too volatile, you don't know where to place your stops. You're much better off watching on Fed Day, coming back to the markets the next day. And that's what we do every Fed Day. On decision day, no trading from Omni. What's on the board, kids? Divergence. That is the difference between NASDAQ and S&P going straight up and Dow and transportation average going straight down. I promise you, 43 plus years in this business, that cannot continue. A reckoning must take place. A reckoning, not will, cross it out, must take place between this separation or divergence between S&P, NASDAQ, and the Dow and the transportation average. You cannot have this continue without a reckoning. I promise you that's the way it works. I'm not guessing, I'm not thinking. This is what happens. The charts will show that to you. Number 2 on the board, AI comes at you in 2025. What does that mean? Omni AI. Omni and AI have gotten together. Now, if you've been following me long enough, you'll recognize 2 years ago when AI first came out, I tried to merge Omni and AI, and I believe it or not, Omni just wasn't ready, or AI wasn't ready for Omni. Last year, we worked on it again, and then this Thanksgiving, Tony, thank you so much. Our programmer Tony came into town, spent 10 days with me, and we put Omni and AI together, and this time it's working really well. I've been testing it since Thanksgiving. Come next year, I'll share more of the Omni AI with you. But how about that, huh? AI is the thing out there, and I'm no stupid kid. I jumped right in, and Omni and AI are together. What else is out there or on the board? OmniCamp dates have been announced. Official dates are January 30th through Feb 3rd. That's Jan 30th, 31st, Feb 1st, 2nd, 3rd. OmniCamp will happen here in Las Vegas. My friends from Bulgaria, I told you I'd be announcing the date. This is the date. If you want to come out to Vegas, contact me and we'll get you set up. The dates for OmniCamp, again, Jan 30th through Feb 3rd. That's a Thursday night. You show up in town. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we work together every day and night until you can show me that you can do the Omni just like I can. And I promise you, if you can't prove that to me on Monday, I will kidnap you and keep you on Tuesday. No one leaves Vegas without learning the Omni from me and then proving it back to me in real time. If you would like to be part of that extravaganza, it's 4 full days of working with me here in Vegas in my home office. Please go to omnibootcamp.com and fill out your applications. I'll personally call you back. So let's get moving. I got great charts I want to show you. I can't wait. Check this out. Divergence. The chart is right here. It's coming up next. Let's get right to it. Traders, I just want to remind you of something. When you're in this business and you've got trades going against you, I promise you it is a very nerve-wracking business. The next thing you know, you're kicking the dog, you're fighting with your husband or wife. Things happen outside of that trade that shouldn't go on. because your emotions are getting involved. I promise this will help. If you get into a trade, before you enter into a trade, let's say you were going to buy S&P, figure out how much you want to risk on that trade and put the sell stop in first. Then buy your S&P. Why? Well, that will lock in the loss if it comes, and it won't leave you open-ended, which is what gives people the crazy emotions. Oh my God, how much can I lose? I don't know what's going to happen. Well, you know what's going to happen if you place your protective stop first. Please make sure you do that. Then say this to yourselves over and over again, because when you're in a bad trade, stopping or not, you're still going to get a little nervous. So remind yourself the stop is in, emotions are out. How do you do that? Say this mantra with me. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll traders, now let's go. Look at some charts. Traders, you're looking at the NASDAQ daily bar chart, and look at this tremendous rally, and look at what it's starting to do now. Just fantastic looking, right? What could possibly be wrong with a chart like that? Staying inside of this channel. It's even got an upper echelon of the channel if it needs to go up there. Just looks great, right? Well, when you look at this, you say, that's just not right. How could you have such a big market like the Dow Jones Transportation Average doing this while you have NASDAQ going straight up? It is not right. It cannot continue. It's called divergence. We're below this average now. It's still starting to go. Now, Jerome Powell tomorrow could speak and talk, do his press conference and send the markets up, but that's not going to fix that divergence. That divergence is going to have to be handled. That means NASDAQ at some point is going to come tumbling down while the transportation average goes up. Now, look at this chart. This chart is, I call it my divergence meter. Now, it might look confusing, so let me see if I can make it clear for you. These blue bars, these are two charts, one on top of the other. The blue bars are the NASDAQ daily, blue bars. The red and green bars are the Dow Jones Transportation Average. Generally, they stay close to one another, not a lot of distance between them, right? Not a lot of distance, a little bit here and there, but they stay with each other, they ride one another. If you remember a few months back, we had major divergence. They got this far apart, and I kept doing videos saying a reckoning is going to have to take place. The rubber band's contracting too far, or expanding too far, I should say, and now it's going to have to contract. So I started with the rubber band is expanding. We ended up with the rubber band will now have to contract, and it did. NASDAQ came roaring down, and the transportation average went up. Well, let's go to top day. We are this far apart right now. It's only ever been this far as I've seen in the last, I can't tell you how many years. This cannot continue. This divergence will have to be reckoned. The rubber band is expanding again. A reckoning will take place. Probably not this month unless Jerome Powell doesn't do his job tomorrow, but it is going to happen. I promise you. Stick with these charts. You will see. Make sure you watch my videos every day. Come to my live trading room. I will show you when this is about to happen. Then there is Bitcoin, baby. Bitcoin. We have nailed the 106 target. We nailed the 109 target. We now have a 121,450 target coming up. Nothing goes straight up. As you can see with Bitcoin, it has its movement. Nothing goes straight up, but it will most likely get to our next projection. Why? Well, it hit our 85,000 projection. It hit our 106 projection. It hit our 109, or just about our 109 projection. We're just about there now. That allows me to give you the new one of 121,450. Traders, do you think we'll get to 121,450 before the year comes to an end? A is the answer, yes. B is no. Please answer below. I tallied up in the last video, and I promise you 90% of you got it right that Bitcoin would hit the 109 target before the end of the year. 90% of you were correct. Let's see how many great analysts we have out there now. Answer now, A or B. Yes, we will hit your target, 121,450 in Bitcoin. B, no, we will not. One other answer I'll accept is C. Give me your price. You tell me where you think it will go. This is by the end of the year. We've already hit my targets. Maybe we'll hit my third. We'll see. Let me know what you think. Traders, have a great trading day out there. Remember, no trading on Fed Day. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com.